Yes, my people, this is the gonna go for a weekly analysis video, but this time I'm gonna do it a bit differently. I'm gonna talk you through it as I see it and see how this goes. So this is Bitcoin. Let's do Bitcoin first. So as we can see, this is the trade I'm already in. If we put it up, should see it there. There we go. But so we can see Bitcoin reached all-time highs and ran through it. Then we've kind of just got this sort of retrace down. I'm kind of expecting price to sort of fill this large imbalance here. I think this is the imbalance that took, no, it didn't take the highs, but it took out this liquidity here. We got quite a lot of orders lining up here. I think we'll probably fill this imbalance on the daily time frame. So it looks something like this. Probably sweep 50%, maybe even 100%, and move back up to all-time highs. Something like that. I don't know if it closes below here, then probably we can see it come back to entry, but I don't know. I don't think I see it falling that far. I think this is probably the key sort of support area for price to sort of fill and move back up from. Next, that's Bitcoin done. Let's move on to gold. That's on a daily time frame, so that's fine. Let's get rid of all of this. Right. So as we can see, this is obviously all-time highs. So let's get that in. So we got all-time highs, and we're in a steady downtrend here. Steady downtrend. Let's get a trend line going. Don't really like using trend lines, but it's just a good way to see the direction of price. I think just using a bit of fundamental analysis, we're sort of seeing the gradual scale back of the Ukrainian war, and I think there might be some kind of ceasefire peace deal that may come as a result from that. Hopefully we start to sort of see a decrease in sort of military action in Gaza right now. And I think with the decrease of the sort of geopolitical issues that we've been experiencing in the last couple years, a de-escalation of these activities could come down and sort of cause this move down, along with what I also think is going to be happening is the stress that the US are causing on governments and their economies is going to force them to liquidate a lot of assets, and a lot of assets that governments hold is gold, alongside sort of US treasuries and things like that. But I think gold is going to be a big thing that countries start to sort of see selling off to stimulate their internal economy without having to change the fiscal policy, like change interest rates or things like that, because we've already seen the European, the CCP, the Australian banks, they've all been lowering interest rates the last couple of months, and I think we'll start to see a sort of sell-off of gold, especially as we're on the downtrend here as well. We can see we're sort of making lower lows and lower highs. So I think sort of the direction we're going to sort of come down to is the next point, I think, will be here. Just fully balance out this price range on the daily time frame. But first we have to. I'd like to see an invalidation of this daily fair value gap here, because we can see price has just sort of been respecting it. Maybe going into next week, maybe we see something. So nice, stops above the highs, targeting here, something like that. We'll take the trade will look something like that, or just for general direction. I think price will probably come and sweep these lows here. We can see there's quite a lot of liquidity there, and then we'll come back down. Something like that. I don't think we'll come straight down off the move. There's quite a lot of liquidity resting here, and I think we'll probably just retrace back once we inverse the fair value gap. And that's gold. Let's just do a quick German 40. quick German 40. Let's just remove everything. And log out because that's annoying. Right. German 40. We're at all-time highs, as we can see. Let's mark them out. Well, we're not at all-time highs, but very close. All-time highs. Right. On the daily time frame, not really seeing much. We're just sort of seeing sort of higher lows and higher highs. That's pretty much what we're seeing. Seeing higher highs, higher lows. So we're in an uptrend, right? That's what we can see. You don't have to be a good trader to see that. We're in an uptrend. So what I probably expect price to see if we scale on to the 3 hour, that's a bookie time frame. 4 hour time frame. Right. This is a nicer looking chart. So we can see price properly had a meltdown last week and swept out these lows. That was a really big move. That was when Donald Trump said that he's going to tax the European Union and put tariffs on the European Union, and then markets just shut the bed. But we can see that it swept all of this liquidity here, like all of the orders here got swept, and then we moved up very quickly and retook the all-time highs. Then we had the retrace, filled the imbalance here, and then took new all-time highs. Then what happened is we got the pullback, the inversion of this daily, then it respected the inversion here, and then closed back below. So what I can probably expect price to do, bear in mind looking on daily, there's not really much there. So for me, what I probably expect price to do is we got this 4 hour here that we can see price being sort of resisting. Let's just get a 4 hour template on that. There we go. Right. So we can see we've got the 4 hour here. Now, what we could see is we could interpret, in fact, that after taking all-time highs up here, and we got the retrace and the sweep of this liquidity here, we tapped into the 4 hour and we actually moved up, made the leg, broke structure here. So we got the break of structure there, maybe showing signs of the move back up. But then we tapped into this 4 hour and retraced back to this 4 hour. So I think what we can probably expect to see if we go down onto a smaller time frame, we can probably expect price to either move on up from here, take these highs and come back down, because we can see we got a 1 hour FVG here and it got inversed here, and then we just took the reaction off of that. But we're also sort of struggling to break through. So if we can see if we see price take this high, then I'll look for a retrace to go back up, or we can see price come back in, maybe tap into this 1 hour here and then move back up, something like that. But I'm definitely bullish on German 40, definitely looking to take all-time highs next week. Gold, I think we're going to come down. I'm not feeling particularly the 4 hour even just shows this. It's actually quite clean, I think. Just the 4 hour shows us we're pretty bearish on gold at the moment, and fundamental analysis as well. I paired with that, I'm pretty bearish. And I don't like using what other people are doing in trading, because obviously trading is a solo game. But when you look at other traders, and I know they're actually good traders, and they're also going short on gold, regardless of what their strategy, like the technical analysis, is saying. If they've used fundamental analysis as well, and it's not like an added confluence, but I like, just sort of gives me a tiny bit of confidence, being like, maybe I'm not the only person who's going short. And it's nice. It's a bit like when I'm trading with my mates. Like if they say, "Oh, I'm going short on gold," and I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm going short on gold," then it's like an added oh my god, an added confluence. But yeah, that kind of wraps things up for today. Cheeky 10-minute video. Just gonna whack this up on YouTube, see how it does. But I just want to say I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting on on my social media recently. It's been going really well. Honestly, I didn't really expect the kind of reception that I've got, the views that I've got. In fact, now we're on a YouTube video, so we have the time to talk through the analytics. So I'm gonna get the analytics up right now, and I'm really happy considering I haven't had any big view videos. It's just been consistent posting. I'm really happy with how it's going. So let's just pull this across. So this is where we're at. This is the TikTok account. So in the last let's do the last 60 days, because that's pretty much when I've been posting for about 60 days, maybe something like that. In the last 60 days, I've done 25k views, 1.5k profile views, 650 likes, 40 comments, 176 shares, and that's about it, which I'm really, really happy with. In the last 28 days, I've had 14k views, so they're split fairly evenly over the months. But I'm really happy. I am really happy. I just didn't really think that I'd get that. I don't really care about the views, to be honest, but it's just nice to see that the stuff that I'm putting my effort into is actually being recepted, and that's a nice feeling. So let's do to April. There you go. All right. So 1st of April to the 30th of May, which I think is also another 60 days. It's not as good, but it's Instagram, so we don't mind. 14k views. Okay, right, well, why is that the only thing I can see? Okay, so let's scrap that. 1st of May to the 30th of May, so that's this month. I've done 11.4k views, 266 interactions, 26 new followers, and I'm pretty happy with that. And with the views, 52% are non-followers. So, mate, I'm getting interactions from people who weren't following before and influencing other people. And I've had, like, it's unbelievable the amount of people that have come up to me and been like, oh, don't test your handsomeness, or like, oh, I see what you're doing with the content, really like it. Even people I haven't even spoken to, like, so my dad played cricket. My dad played golf with one of his mates yesterday, and his mate was just like, oh yeah, I really like, obviously I wasn't there, he said it to my dad, it's like, oh, like, I really like what he's posting, and stuff like that. And loads of people have been saying to me, even people who aren't my age, like people who are like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and I'm like, how the fuck are you seeing this? And two, like, cheers. Cheers. Like, people, obviously some people have got some like not nice things to say, but not nice, but like they're kind of like, it's coming from like a judgmental place. Like, it's coming as a bit like condescending. I had the other day someone come up to me and be like, oh, don't test your accent. Don't. Sometimes like it's alright, like if you're my mate and like, well, I know you quite well and you're saying it, that's fine. But when someone else comes up to me and says it, and I haven't really spoken to them really ever, and they're doing it in like a condescending way, like that's just annoying. But sorry. But yeah, it's what it is. But I'm still I do just love posting. Like, this is the last 3 minutes of this YouTube video is me just been waffling into a camera. But I feel like I haven't done it in a while. It's good. I do really enjoy posting and just sort of putting myself out there, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. How do you make a name for yourself if you don't put yourself out there? But yeah, peace, love. Make sure you check out Instagram, TikTok. Just realised I didn't put the fucking light on for any of its videos, so the video is just going to be going from dark to whatever. But cheers for watching, guys. Make sure to check out the Instagram, TikTok. Drop a follow, drop a like, drop a comment. I respond to all the comments, everything, every comment I respond to. But yeah, peace be with you. Don't test the activeness, and don't forget, best time to start trading was yesterday. That's if you want to start trading, but you don't have to, because it's not for everyone. Gosh.